Hello and welcome to this tutorial for the board game Tentacle Town. The box contains items that let you do a more complicated way of playing it, but I'll be explaining the base game. Here's how it goes. You are going to play until a player has to put one of these people on the game board, but can't because there aren't any left. Then the game is immediately over, and whoever has the most of these fame tokens wins the game. You get some of these fame tokens during the game, and there is a bonus scoring at the end. That's only one thing, so I'll explain that now. The game board has 3 sections. When the game is over, you look at each section and see which player has the most houses there. That player gets as many fame tokens as there are people in that particular section. You do this for each section. If you have the most fame tokens, you are the winner. Next, how do you play the game? What do you do when it's your turn? Step 1. Take one of these people and place it on one of the 3 sections on the game board. Step 2. Either place one of your houses there or do an action. You can choose between the 2 actions that are depicted on the game board in the section where you placed the person. Step 3. You can do extra actions if you like. Each extra action costs you 1 money. There are 3 other actions you can choose from up here on these cards. Step 4. Place 1 tentacle on the game board in the water in the section where you placed your person. Then roll 1 die for each tentacle in that section to see what they do. That's it. That's what you do when it's your turn. Take a person and place it. Either do an action from the board or place one of your own houses there. Maybe pay money to do more actions. And end it by placing a tentacle near you and rolling dice to see what they do. So, let's go back and go a bit more into detail. Step 1 is easy. Just take the little meeple from the supply and place it in one of the 3 sections. It's up to you. Step 2. Either put one of your houses on one of the spaces where you can build them, in the section where you just placed the meeple, and keep in mind that the houses that are closest to the water will be chosen first if a tentacle happens to destroy a house. Or, if you don't want to build a house, you can do one of the actions that are on the board in the section that you chose. But you can't do the action and then pay 1 money to build a house. I'll explain each action on the board later in this video. Step 3. You can pay money to do more actions. Like I've said, it's 1 money per additional action you do. But you may only do each action once per turn, so you can't do this 1 action over and over. Since you've got 2 board actions to choose from and 3 from up here on these cards, you can't do more than 5 actions per turn, even if you would have more money left. And you do each action in the section where you just placed the person. And step 4 again. When you're done doing your actions, you must take 1 tentacle from the supply and place it in the water next to you where you placed the meeple. You end your turn by rolling the green dice and doing whatever they say. You roll as many dice as there are tentacles in that section, but you never have to roll more than 4 dice, even if there are more than 4 tentacles there. So, what can you roll? If you roll this tentacle, you have to place an extra tentacle in that section, but you don't have to roll another die for it. If you roll this skull, then you have to remove one of the people from that section and put it back into the supply. If you roll this broken house, then a house gets destroyed. You have to pick a house from a row that is closest to the water. Or if you roll this person with an arrow, you have to move one of the people to another section. You choose where it goes, but at least it stays on the board. But there is a way to defend houses and the people. Here's how that goes. If you have any of these harpoon tokens, you can use them when a tentacle is about to kill a person or destroy a house. You can defend a person with a harpoon only when it's your turn, and you can always defend your house with a harpoon even if it's not your turn. You can choose how you want to do that. You can either flip the token. If it lands like this, it's a miss. If it lands like this, it's a hit. Or you can use this other die, the red one. Just roll it. And your third option is use this dial. Just flick the harpoon and see if it lands on a hit or a miss. Whatever the outcome is, you lose one of your harpoon tokens. That goes back into the supply. If it's a miss, the house gets destroyed or the person gets killed. If it's a hit, you can take 1 fame token and 1 food token. Don't forget that whoever has the most fame tokens wins the game. Plus, you remove the tentacle. It goes back into the supply. And that's it. This is how you play Tentacle Town. I'll now explain each action on the board. The other actions, the ones that are on the 3 cards up here, will be different each game. So if you're not sure what they mean, you can always look them up in the rulebook. It's even possible to play the game without using these cards, if you prefer to keep it simple. Let's start with the 2 that are top left. This first one says you can pay 1 food token to get 1 money. And you can do that as many times as there are people in this section. The other one says you can pay 1 food token, 1 money, and 1 iron token. And then you get as many fame tokens as there are houses of your own color in this section. The top right section. This action on the right says you can take 1 iron token for each house you have built in this section. The action on the left says you can pay 2 iron tokens and 1 food token, and then you get as many harpoon tokens as there are people in this section. And the last section at the bottom, the dock. The action on the right says you can take as many food tokens as you have houses in this section. And the left action says you can fire harpoons at all the tentacles in a section of your choice. You can use as many tentacles as there are people in this dock section right here. Remember, when you have successfully hit a tentacle, you remove it and you get 1 fame token and 1 food token as a reward. Done! You are ready for your first game of Tentacle Town. And once you've played it a few times, there are other items in the box to make it a bit more complicated. And I hope you enjoy playing the game. Thank you for watching this tutorial. Feel free to leave a comment and see you for the next one.